Even now, after the election, Governor Palin continues to be the center of media attention, and that is not all. At least one anonymous staffer for Senator McCain is slamming the governor of Alaska. But not everyone agrees with this anonymous person on Senator McCain's staff. Joining us live is former Massachusetts Governor Jane Swift, the first woman to hold that office. Nice to see you, Governor.
It's nice to be here.
Governor, did the RNC buy your clothes?
No, unfortunately, I had to do it all myself. But if I could have figured that out, I might have.
All right. Now, another important question before we get to Barney, the White House dog who is being accused of biting someone. Guilty or not guilty?
I say not guilty.
All right, good. All right. Now, let's get down to the serious stuff. Has the media been intellectually honest with Governor Palin?
Well, the great thing is we have both Hillary Clinton and Governor Palin's elections to look at, and we have some research. So we can look at, do we focus more on the appearance of female candidates? And clearly, the answer in research has been yes. We'll have to go back and look at this. Do we focus on their personalities more than we focus on their policy positions? My intuitive response is, in this campaign, yes. Those are ways that historically women candidates have been treated differently, and I think we've seen it a great deal here. It's seriously just, I think, over the top.
You know what I think is even worse? I mean, I always thought it was bad to talk about the clothes and all that stuff, but I actually think we've come to a new height, and I don't think most people really appreciate sort of the seriousness. When you come up to someone and you say, everyone says you're stupid. Now, but I can't tell you who it is. I can't tell you who it is, right. But everyone says you're stupid. I mean, like, what is she to do?
Or mean.
Or mean. Or a diva.
The best would be when I would meet people in person for the first time, and they'd say, you're much nicer than on television.
I get that I have a sense of humor. That's what I get. I must be mean on TV.
You know, the TV distorts. Campaigns distort because it's all through a prism. And so I think, obviously, there has been a caricature made of Governor Palin, and that's not healthy for our party. If we want
to... It's not healthy for women. It's not healthy for the country.
It's not healthy for my girls. Party. Well, my daughters are 10 and 7. They don't read all the stuff on Politico.com, and they have a great view of the Republican Party. They have this dynamic woman who is the governor of a major state, who is relishing her role in leading the country, making their life better, and being a mom. That's something we should celebrate.
You know what the interesting thing is? This whole business, there was one unknown person who says that she didn't know that Africa was a continent. Okay, so here's the answer. What's the governor to do? To stand before the cameras and say to the media, Africa is a continent. Okay, there's our soundbite. We now run it 80 billion times. Saturday Night Live has Tina Fey saying it. I mean, there is nothing this woman can do, and everyone is forgetting something. She was sitting in her office last August, the governor of the largest state in the union. I think it's still the largest, isn't it?
Still. By landmass.
Thank you very much. All right, that was safe.
That's a Trivial Pursuit question,
Thank you very much. And she gets a call from the head of the party who says, will you be my nominee? And from then on, it's open season.
Yeah. Well, so I think as a party, what we need to do is remember that our goal should be to build the party, to attract new voters, to get maybe some of those young voters. And there's a lot of what Sarah Palin brings to our party that we need. Youth,
see, I don't care
energy.
About your party.
Well, I do. I mean,
I care about what she does for women.
Well, but listen, if both parties aren't in the game in promoting women and getting us good candidates and then treating them well when they decide to run, then you're not going to have any women, because this is a partisan political game.
And, you know, there's a lot of focus on the interview with Katie Couric, and there's no focus on the debate with Senator Biden. You know, it's like everyone looks for the mistake in the media or the failing, but I don't know, never the other. Anyway, Governor, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, join us live. Elaine Lafferty, a Democrat and former communications director for Citizens for Senator McCain, and an old friend of mine who wrote the book that I put my name on. Well, no, I wrote part of it. Anyway, Elaine, you traveled with Governor Palin. Yeah. I mean, people, what's his business about? She doesn't know Africa's a continent.
I mean, Greta, you know journalistically, I spent time in Pakistan, Afghanistan. You know, I traveled with her for a day. This is a woman who is very smart. She was asked questions. She was interested. She knew an awful lot about Afghanistan. She knew about the Taliban. She knew the history of the place. You know, people forget. I mean, she's the governor of a state that I think has $4 billion in exports last year. China and Japan, their top trading partners. This didn't just happen. I mean, I do not believe that she did not know Africa was a continent. It just doesn't make any sense. She was terrific on the trail.
You know what the thing is? It's so bad. It's like it gets such legs in this business. I mean, that someone says this and won't identify himself or herself, spreads it around the media. I mean, it's just, it's atrocious conduct. The media repeats it, and it becomes part of it. It's like, you know, it's like spelling potato for poor Vice President Dan Quayle.
Yeah, and I think it's one or two people, because because I spent a lot of time in the campaign talking to people who were with this woman all day, all night, from 7 o'clock in the morning, a workhorse till midnight. She inspired them. The staff loved her. Not a chance. I mean, if that's a diva, I mean, that plane was cramped. It was tough conditions. Terrific people. The staff loved her. So I think this is sour grapes from one or two people.
You know, it's interesting. I interviewed her twice, so I got to spend a little time with her. Not a lot. I was enormously impressed at how smart she was. I don't agree with her on everything, that's for sure. But a lot of people I don't agree with. A lot of people don't agree with a lot of things. But she was. When I spoke to her, she was right there, fast with the answers, and smart. And I've just been appalled at the mistreatment. Disagree with her and hit her on the policies and hit her hard, but the personal stuff.
The one or two people who are doing this, it's really a dishonor to Senator McCain. It's a dishonor to everybody. It makes nobody look good, and it's untrue, and I think that makes everybody sad.
What's the story of the clothes? I mean, I keep bringing it up because that's the media hitter. Do you know anything about it at all?
Anybody who says that she spent all this time shopping did not look at the schedule for this campaign. If you think that she just wandered into a department store and spent a couple of hours shopping or sent people off, it just didn't happen. I think it's an untrue story. There's just nothing to it.
How did she take this?
What's that?
I mean, how did she take this criticism? I mean, what she's on the campaign, because she must know that people are saying, there's some. I mean, she's got an enormous amount of fans. Let's not forget. I get tons of emails supporting her. She's got a bazillion fans, but the ones who are whacking her.
I think at the end of the day, integrity and character win out, and I think she has that. She is a tough woman. She's a tough governor. She's going to do her job, do it well, and focus on what she needs to do right now, which is going back to a great state and being a great governor.
What's a Democrat doing supporting her?
Listen, I don't agree with her on a number of issues too, but I think she's an effective woman in politics. She's an effective and powerful voice for the things that she believes in, and that's why I supported her.
And the thing that is the shocking thing to me is that I admire all candidates because in many ways it's a really tough job. And for whether it's Senator McCain, President-elect Barack Obama, or Senator Biden, it's a rough game.
I think she's going to surprise a lot of people by being a much more moderate voice in politics in the future.
All right, Barney, guilty or not guilty?
Oh, I'm on Barney's side.
Another not guilty for Barney. Barney's going to skate through this one. Elaine, thank you.